Okay, so let's look at some examples. Let's calculate what a great question. That's a 1 in the brackets. So that's all you're going to get. That's all the question's going to say. It says calculate f prime at 1 for f of x equals x squared. So you have to know that this by definition means the slope of the tangent. I'm going to start showing you my notation. This is the slope of the tangent such that, remember I taught you that that line means such that? The slope of the tangent such that x equals 1. So that is a way of saying exactly the slope of the tangent at x equals 1. And you have to know that that is by definition the limit as delta x approaches 0 of f of x plus delta x minus f of x over top of delta x. Now, this isn't actually true. This is for any x. So if I take away that, and if I take away that, this is true. Now, if I put this in, if I make it equal to 1, then this becomes do you see what happened there? So it's not just for any x value, it's for when x equals 1. So it goes in there at the beginning. Oh, and it also comes in here. So what we want to do is we're going to take a look at f of x equals x squared. So f of x equals x squared. So f of 1 plus delta x is going to equal 1 plus delta x squared. So this is going to become the limit as delta x approaches 0 of 1 plus delta x squared minus 1 squared over top of delta x. What do we get? Well, if you plug in x approaches 0 right now, you'll get 0 over 0. But if we do a little bit of work, we're going to get 1 plus 2 delta x plus delta x squared minus 1 over top of delta x. That's going to give us the limit as delta x approaches 0 of 2 delta x plus delta x squared over delta x. Common factor out of delta x. Goodbye, goodbye. And we end up with the limit as delta x approaches 0 of 2 plus delta x. Turn on the limit. Ring-da-da-ding, ring-da-da-ding. That goes to 0. And we end up with a final answer of 2. Which means that the slope of the tangent to f of x equals x squared at x equals 1 is 2. And a much nicer way to say that is f prime of 2 equals, oh no, f prime of 1 equals 2. Now, as you're copying that down, I'm going to draw a little diagram here. And what you've determined, ladies and gentlemen, there's f of x equals x squared. And if I come out here to 1, and if I go up here to 1, you have just determined the slope of the tangent at x equals 1 equals 2. The slope of that line is 2, and that's what you've determined. And you did it by starting off at x equals 1 and allowing another point to be delta x down the line, and then you allowed that delta x to get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to 0 until eventually we took the limit of it, it went away, and we're left with x equals 2. We used Newton's method. That's pretty cool. I'm going to stop the video there.